What up? It's Viktor Wilt. Good morning. Happy frigid Wednesday. Jeez, it is cold outside. Yikes. Ugh. Nothing like dealing with a little bit of snow on a Tuesday, and endless chores on a Tuesday, and staying up too late on a Tuesday, and then rolling in here. Ugh. But at least I don't have the flu or something like that. Getting the job done. Hope you're having a good morning so far. If you haven't left your house yet, like I mentioned, it sucks outside. It's cold. So give yourself some extra time getting to where you need to be. Roads could, certainly be slick in some areas. All right. I hadn't been looking at the weather forecast for a couple weeks because I didn't want to know what was coming our way, but I guess might as well take a look and see if we have even more of this crap to deal with. Let's see here. Maybe on Friday. But other than that, looks like, hey, should warm back up a bit. So that's good. By Monday, maybe get back up into the 40s, 50s. All right. Maybe I won't even deal with any snow if we get any on Friday. I'll just wait for it to melt. Hopefully it's not a lot of it. All right. Aside from that, mayoral race is over. I haven't been on social media yet. Hopefully everybody's being calm. You never know. It was getting pretty wild yesterday. Saw one really funny post where a guy was talking about the forces of darkness and evil. That made me laugh. It's like, dude, it's a mayoral race, all right? Everything's going to be okay. So, all right, that's all over with. Now, what are people going to fight about in the Life in Idaho Falls group on Facebook? I don't know. We'll scope it out later. I would imagine there will be a little bit of mayoral fallout, but hopefully that goes away quick because I think people are pretty tired of it. Ugh, I shouldn't have said the word tired. It reminded me. It's all right. Maybe this weekend can sleep in a little bit. Fingers crossed. Just wish it was Friday instead of Wednesday. Sorry, I'm trying to wake up here. And then I read a story about a raccoon taking a nap. I was jealous. Now, I'm sure this raccoon wasn't feeling very good because this raccoon broke into a Virginia liquor store, knocked a bunch of bottles off the shelf, apparently drank a bunch of the booze, and then they found it passed out in the bathroom. Got a picture of it just sprawled out on the floor. He's fine. They ended up bringing him back to the animal shelter and checked him out. No signs of injury once he came to and released him back into the wild. But you're sleepy when you get jealous of a raccoon sleeping on a bathroom floor. That's better than not sleeping. Oh, man. Hope your morning's going good. Hope you're not feeling like that raccoon did after it woke up. And just try to stay warm out there, people. I'll dig up something better than a drunk raccoon story, or at least I'll try. We'll see how this show goes along. I have a feeling it's going to be a long day. But that's all right. We power through. Power through. Get the job done. Deliver the goods. All right. I'll get back to digging. Hang on. What is up, people? All right. Almost 7 o'clock. Let's have this day go by at the pace it has been so far, which is decent. Be nice if I could just blink and be done with it, but okay, I'll stop complaining. Can't wait for Peaches to get here later because he's got a really funny story from last night that wouldn't be right for me to tell you about because it was his fault. Making Seether fans mad. I don't know what's up with the Seether subreddit, but they must have alerts just set for any time anything Seether pops up online. We recently posted all of our podcast episodes on YouTube. I mean, when I say recently, it was 3 days ago I put them back up on there. And I mean, immediately, they dig up some old Peaches rambling and just lose it. It'll be funny. We'll wait for Peaches to get in to talk about that. Aside from that, let's see. Shout out to JD bringing me a breakfast sandwich. I definitely need the fuel. It's either going to help me or I'm just going to crash and be in full nap mode. Full nap mode like the raccoon that passed out in the liquor store. By the way, a little bit foggy outside. So on top of potentially cruddy roads, give yourself extra time as it is definitely foggier right now than when I arrived at work earlier today. So be careful. Be careful. Okay. Yeah, I didn't find anything to talk about during the last few minutes. Sorry. You know, every once in a while, I'm going to do a break that sucks. And this is one of them. You're going to have to forgive me, but I promise I'll come up with something good in a minute. Okay? Give me like 10 minutes. We'll have something else to chat about. All right? Try to stay warm out there. Just don't go outside if you don't have to. Chilly. Little bit brisk. All right. As I scrolled through the good old internet here, apparently Quentin Tarantino, famed director of movies like, Pulp Fiction and such, he was recently on a podcast and was asked to name his top 20 movies of the 21st century. Always interesting to see what a guy like him would pick. Because his movies, they're very artsy. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Kill Bill. They're very talky. Lots of talking in his movies. They're not for everybody. I dig them, for sure. But this list kind of surprised me. So I figured we'd take a look at it here. You would think he'd have some very artsy films. And some of these movies, I would never have guessed he'd pick them as some of his favorites. Like, for example, coming in at number 19, Cabin Fever, which is a great movie. It's fun. It's a fun horror movie. It's got that awesome scene with the little kid doing the ninja kicks that's really hilarious. He's got a blonde mullet. Anyway, one of his choices for one of the 20 best movies of the 21st century. Some of the others, you might not be too surprised. Maybe like West Side Story, the newer one done by Steven Spielberg. Moneyball. It's another very renowned movie. But number 16, The Devil's Rejects from Rob Zombie, which is, that's like grade A horror. It's top tier horror. I need to watch that one again. It's been a really long time. What else does he have here? The School of Rock. Yeah, the Jack Black movie? He's got this at number 14 on his list. He's got Jackass on here at number 13. It's like, I don't know. I just wouldn't expect that from Quentin Tarantino. Number 11, Battle Royale, and I like that he throws some heavy jabs at the Hunger Games, because, when the Hunger Games came out, I was like, this seems really familiar. It's because it's basically Battle Royale, which is this awesome, crazy Japanese movie. It's basically like the Hunger Games, but just better. What else do we have here? Number 10, Midnight in Paris. Number 9, Shaun of the Dead. A lot of horror on this list. Pretty cool. Mad Max Fury Road. That's a really cool movie. Coming in at number 8. Zodiac at number 6. There Will Be Blood at number 5. See, that's the kind of stuff I would expect to see. There Will Be Blood. Dunkirk, which I don't think I ever finished that. I bought it on a 4K Blu-ray, and I started it. I don't remember what happened. Number 2 on his list, Toy Story 3. Yeah. It's a very sad movie. And that's what got him. The last 5 minutes of it. And then number 1, Black Hawk Down, which is, a great movie. So, I don't know, if you're looking for something good to watch, you can check out Quentin Tarantino's top 20 movies. If you didn't remember all the movies I just named, just Google it, all right? You can pull it up. It's online. It's on Google. Well, I guess if there's any time to visit Florida, it would be today, right? Well, Might have to put up with some people, though. We got Florida men in their 80s arrested for exposing themselves to undercover detectives. Just another day in Florida. Half of the Florida man stories I see, I can't even share with you because they're just so gross. This one, let's see. If you're a criminal, you probably shouldn't have a doormat that says, come back with a warrant. That tends to get people's attention a little bit. Arrested in large-scale fraud scheme after a local sheriff showed up with a warrant. Oh, I guess he posed as a fake real estate investor and just took a bunch of money from people. Looking at this guy's mugshot, I don't know. I don't know if I would trust this guy's word that he was an investor, especially if I saw his apartment. His apartment looks like a dump. You'd think real estate investor might have a nicer place. We already talked about the Florida man who started blasting off rounds in a bar after an argument over how many eggs a hen lays. That one's been around for a bit. Kind of quiet in the Florida man world. Is everybody just enjoying the cooler weather down there right now? I think right now is about the perfect time of year to be in Florida, right? Or is it hurricane season? I don't know. It's far enough away I don't pay attention. Doesn't really get much further away in the U.S. than Florida, so. Oh! I'm like debating, do I get more coffee or not? I'm just not feeling it today, my people. Don't worry, though. Don't worry. I'll find more stuff to talk about, I promise. I was working on a lot of chores around the house last night. Shout out to my girlfriend for motivating me. I didn't want to do anything. She's like, come on, chop, chop, let's go. Needed to rent a carpet shampooer. Because, I don't know if you've recently tried to hire people to come do that for you, but it's outside of my budget. So it's like, all right, got to do it ourselves. And I've got the smell of some of the cleaning supplies I was using just stuck in my head. It's driving me nuts. I just want to go to sleep. Okay. Could be worse. Could be living in a van down by the river. Yeah. I watched a documentary one time about van life. Now, you might end up in a life situation where you have to live in a van. It would suck. But there are people who choose to live in a van. They just are like, this is my life, I'm going to live in a van. And I saw a news article pop up where these people were talking about how, they were asked to move their van because, they'd been hanging out in the park for too long. And they're like, there's nowhere for us to go. You're in a van. You can go anywhere. Travel to a different city. I don't know. But I just don't understand living the van life by choice. To each their own. But it just sounds very claustrophobic. And, do they have a toilet in their van? You want to be that close to the crapper? It's bad enough when you have a camper and you got to deal with, the black tank. Van's just too small. It's just too small for this. For some reason, this article about people living in vans, it just made me feel exhausted. It just made me even more tired. Just thinking about being stuck in a van. Oh, I hope you're all doing okay. Well, it's getting cold outside. Make sure you do what you can to help out people in need during the winter months. Some people got it really rough. That's why I shouldn't sit here and complain. Oh, I had to shampoo my carpets. It's not a fun task. I don't know. It's sort of satisfying till you get about 2-3 hours in. And then you're like, all right, I can't take this anymore. No more shampooing. Hopefully I can get pumped up to do more of it later today. Got to get your money's worth out of the rented carpet shampooer. All right, I'm going to dig up some freak news. I'm going to close out this tab about living in a van. Should be grateful. It should make me feel better about myself, but it's just making me sleepy. I'd go sleep in a van right now. Get a nice sleeping bag. It could be worse. Okay, I'm babbling. I'll be back. Much as you might want to help an injured animal in need, if it's a wild animal, you got to call somebody who's an expert. Got to call Fish and Game or Animal Control. Don't just pick that raccoon up and toss it in your passenger seat and hit the road. Yeah, this guy in Georgia, I don't know what happened here. He just found an injured raccoon. There's not a lot more information than that. But he wrapped it up in his coat and held it against his chest as he drove for over an hour. And apparently the raccoon didn't want to be held, so it just started biting the crap out of the guy. Bit him all over his face and hands. So he wrapped it in a blanket with duct tape and then took it to this nature center. So they get it all, kenneled up, and they're like, dude, you should probably go to the hospital, man. And he's like, yeah, it's just some scratches. I'll be fine. Well, it turns out, they tested the raccoon. Yeah, it's packing rabies. So they're like, dude, you endangered a bunch of people at the facility. We know you're trying to do something nice here, dude, but don't potentially expose a bunch of random people in the public to rabid wildlife. No word as to whether or not the guy himself ended up getting rabies, but I'd say it's a pretty good chance. Yeah, got to leave the raccoon be, call somebody. Don't put wild animals in your vehicle. It could be bad. What else do we got here? Oh, this guy. I'm actually kind of impressed looking at the photo here. The story's kind of dark, but also, the degree to which people will go in order to keep getting easy money. This guy's mother passed away. He's a 56-year-old man. She passed away about 3 years ago at the age of 82. And instead of reporting her death, he just kind of hid her body in the house. And then he started dressing up like her. They're calling it the Mrs. Doubtfire scandal. Looking at a picture of the guy, he's got a wig, he's got the makeup, earrings, and he actually looks quite a bit like his mom. So, he was just basically getting her pension, and then at some point needed to update her ID. So he went down to, I guess, the local DMV or whatever, and they're like, your deep voice and also your thick neck. You look a little bit weird, buddy. Yeah, I guess the makeup job wasn't quite good enough. Something felt a little bit off, so they called the cops in, and turned out, he duped them out of about $153,000 over a couple of years. Jeez. Anyway, I assume he's going to jail for a while for that one. Seems like the authorities wouldn't dig that very much. Okay, let's see here. Got a guy accused of bringing a meth bottle into an IHOP. What's a meth bottle? Combustible bottle of methamphetamine. Yeah, I guess he got, reported at IHOP. It was about 6:30 in the afternoon. Oh, he'd been talking about having a bomb. Okay. He called it a shake and bake. Okay, it's, I guess, some way of making meth that, it could just explode. And he brought it to the restaurant to possibly make it safe. Don't do meth, people, okay? Meth is bad. Okay. Luckily, no one was hurt. But he was just walking around shaking it. Jeez. Just trying to enjoy some pancakes. And this is the kind of crap you have to put up with. Where was this? Columbia, Missouri. All right. Like I said earlier, Florida man been taking a break. We haven't seen a lot of crazy Florida man stories recently. Hey, keep them coming, Missouri. I got to have something to talk about on this show. I've got a health warning for the holiday season. And again, this is not a real health warning. Okay, this is just some crap I'm reading online. About a holiday beverage, popular holiday beverage that may weaken your bones. What could it be? Eggnog? Ugh. Sorry, I can't do eggnog. I don't know what it is. Just not my jam. No! We're talking about a delicious beverage that may contain more than twice the sugar of a standard candy bar. One of them evil hot beverages we're talking about, hot chocolate. Don't drink it. It's bad for you. And you might be thinking, but it's got milk. It's got calcium-rich milk. Yeah, but what about all the other crap you put in there, huh? Getting it with the works. Adding some sprinkles and whipped cream. They're just trying to ruin the holidays for everybody, huh? Kids, I want some hot chocolate. It's snowy and cold outside. No, it's bad for your bones. Have some water and shut up. You can probably have some hot chocolate every once in a while, but yeah, guess a lot of sugar in that stuff. I don't like hot beverages, so I don't got to worry about this one. Yeah, I don't care if it's hot chocolate. I don't even really like soup that much. Depends on the soup. All right, those broth-based soups, not really my jam either. Was talking with Becca about ramen the other day. She's like, we should go out and get some ramen. I'm like, I just don't get it. That's 20 cents a packet at the grocery store. We can put an egg in there. We can do it. Anyhow, just wanted to ruin hot chocolate for everybody. Morning, Peaches.
Good morning.
What up, you troublemaker?
Oh, man.
You're such a jerk. I can't even believe it. The trouble you stirred up 6 months ago, but due to the fact that we just barely put our podcast on YouTube, apparently you talked about it for 6 months straight. Oh, that's so funny, dude. I get a call from Peaches last night, everybody. Yeah, I'm working on shampooing floors and doing chores and and then Peaches is like, dude, I got banned from the Seether subreddit.
I was just sitting there playing Postal 2. Just minding my own business, doing my own thing. All of a sudden, I get a message from Reddit. And usually, I only get stuff like that if I comment on something and someone replies to me.
Yeah.
Well, it just said, like, you have been permanently banned from r/Seether. And I went, okay, am I just now getting this alert? Like, was I banned a few months back because of those weirdos in there?
Yeah.
But no, apparently one of their moderators who was already so heated about the previous situation. Should we talk about that whole thing?
Yeah, we can recap it because it's been about 6 months.
Yeah. So when before I interviewed Seether, you always tell me to go to these subreddits and ask, hey, do you have any questions? Or, hey, I'm about to interview so-and-so from this band. Definitely keep an eye out on our YouTube and things like that, right?
Because you never know. They might come up with something good that in the course of conversation, it's like, oh, yeah, remember that question? Boom. And yeah, it can be helpful.
In the course of conversation.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad you said that.
In the course of conversation.
So I asked the subreddit. They give me all of these questions of like, why haven't you guys released this? Why haven't you guys done this? When is this going to be finally released? Blah, blah, this, etc.
Yeah.
So I didn't ask any single one of those questions because I'm in a tiny little room with Dale and the tour manager of the band. And so I don't want to make both those guys mad and just start full on yelling questions. Why haven't you guys done this?
Well, and it's a bad way to interview.
Yes.
You just want to have a conversation with them and make it as natural as possible because artists don't want to just be asked a list of questions. I know that, there are popular shows like Hot Ones where that's the format, but not for a normal interview.
Yeah, theirs is a formula that they came up with, and
exactly,
it's their own thing.
We've got this hot wing, and we'll ask this question while you eat it. If you're doing a normal interview, you just talk to somebody.
It is also very awkward when you just interview somebody like prior to a show, and you just kind of be like, "Hey, we're excited for the show tonight."
Yeah.
You can't really say much.
No. And there was a situation recently where... but you go ahead, because I lost track.
I'm not like Rick Beato trying to dive really deep into the the course of their career.
Yeah, we usually get like 10 minutes, which is hard enough to get, some camaraderie going with them to where they're comfortable to talk to you. Usually 10 minutes is when it starts getting good.
Well, that's the thing is that, so I asked the subreddit, hey, do you guys have any questions? They give me all those. I don't ask any single one of their questions. I instead just do have a conversation with Dale from Seether. I then put that interview into their subreddit and said, here it is, you guys. And everybody, like not everybody, like 5 loudmouths who are probably heavily active in r/Seether to begin with, were then commenting saying, you didn't ask a single one of our questions. You're now a lame interviewer. You suck. Like, this whole thing. So then, you on our YouTube, I was not wanting you to do this, but you uploaded every single one of our podcasts to our YouTube. Mm-hmm. And so all the episodes that have been missed that haven't been on the YouTube channel are now on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, and these guys must get alerts anytime the word Seether pops up.
I just imagine some 400-pound dude with a neck beard and a fedora just waiting for the word Seether to pop up on his screen. So that way, could you imagine being a proud Seether subreddit mod? Like that's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, dude, you're picking on me, and you're a mod of a Seether subreddit.
Exactly.
A band that peaked in the early 2000s. Very similar to probably that guy. But so then that episode gets uploaded because I had to search for it. I'm like, why did I all of a sudden get this message, this very explicit message I can't even repeat on the air, saying like I was still talking about it 6 months later. I'm like, dude, I forgot about you guys. Like,
exactly.
Like you guys, like it was just some stupid little thing that we had to go through during the month of May, but that was about it.
Yeah.
Well, I searched the word Seether on our YouTube. My interview pops up, and then my podcast pops up from like a few days later that says, Seether fans need a hug. That's the title. Something like that. And so I go to the comment section, and the guy's like, well, moderator of r/Seether here. And then he goes in this 5-paragraph thing about how, like, we actually asked questions like, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, dude, you just handpicked your best questions. Like, meanwhile, I saw what I saw when I asked, like, hey, what should I ask for the Seether interview? And it was all these negative questions.
Yeah, I remember those questions, and I wouldn't have asked those questions.
But then the guy was all like, you just asked him about fishing spots, and we gave you these softball questions. You're a garbage interviewer. And my favorite line of the whole comment was, now I'm going to go full unleashed on you. And it's just like, you're a Seether mod. r/Seether mod.
Yeah, like, dude, let's see you sit down and do an interview.
He'd probably poop, you know?
Yeah, that would be a horrible interview to just sit there and ask questions.
Can you imagine some subreddit mod interviews Dale from Seether? He's too scared to do so. I bet he's never even talked to the band ever in his entire life. He goes up to the band in a meet and greet after paying like $500 and it just goes, I am the mod of your subreddit, you guys. That's great. Okay, thanks. Next in line.
Yeah, exactly. All right, buddy, here you go. Take your photo and leave now.
Right.
I know. It blows my mind, the lack of knowledge people have sometimes when it comes to interviews, I guess.
Well, the guy even said in his comment, you just randomly cut it off after 10 minutes. I'm like, dude, I have a time limit. You have no idea how radio interviews work, especially when the band's trying to prepare for a show.
Exactly.
We were lucky enough to get 10 minutes with Dale just to talk with him.
Yeah.
To pump, the overall thing is to pump up the show.
Exactly.
That's the overall thing for radios. We're going to pump up the show. Like, people didn't know that they were going to be at the Mountain America Center. You people will then, oh, okay, that's awesome. We'll buy tickets and then go.
Well, I don't know what's up with Seether fans, man. They're a unique crowd.
Well, the Mudvayne crowd, I got to give credit to them. They're extremely nice, very easygoing. Mm-hmm. Same with Dayseeker. Dayseeker, everyone's supporting Rory and the band. But then you post an r/Seether, and it's like, you don't expect that band to have the worst fans.
No, I know.
Like, they're a band that, not really, I'm not going to say they're not really relevant now, but they haven't really put out anything crazy. I mean, they were huge back in the early 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
Huge. And all of a sudden you have 5,000 people in a subreddit that are just guarding it with their dear lives. Well, not even just 5,000. I'm sure there's people in there that are like, yeah, I like Seether, but...
The only other fan... I mean, I've put tons of interviews out there or even YouTube reactions, and fan bases are generally nice. Like, Ghost's fan base was great. Poppy's fan base was great. The only time I could think of recently that I made people mad was that Morgan Wallen reaction video I did, where I, was just kind of making fun of the lyrics of his songs. It's not like Morgan Wallen is known for having these poetic, amazing lyrics. Come on now.
The most poetic thing he's ever done is thrown the chair off the balcony.
And these people were losing their minds about it. I'm like, dude, we're talking about Morgan Wallen.
Well, it was really funny. I did that reaction to Taylor Swift's Wood on our YouTube channel. And one lady was so mad at me because I think I made fun of this video where there was these 4 35-plus-year-old women just all reacting to Taylor Swift by screaming. And I'm like, you guys are in your 30s. And so this lady, I think, was one of those people and got very upset with what I said. And she's like, why are you judging so harshly? Also, your name is Peaches. And so I commented back saying, your name is Angela, never met a good one. And so I was like, I might as well just pick on them back. But I didn't even respond to the guy from r/Seether because I'm like, there's no point, really.
No.
Because what was even funnier is that I told you his DM that he gave me.
Yeah.
I then copied and pasted it to ChatGPT and said, give me like a professional response to this. And then I copied and pasted that. And then he said, God, I hate your smug attitude. Goodbye, man. And I was laughing so hard at that because I just imagined, again, some like big fat dude behind the computer getting all mad.
Oh my God.
I showed this guy, I just perma-banned him from r/Seether.
Oh, it's so funny. And that made me log into our K-Bear YouTube today. And I checked the notifications because I was like, okay, we put up like 600, 700 podcasts at the beginning of the week. And I'm like, okay, what else did we say that made somebody mad? Like, if we immediately got, you got banned from the Seether subreddit, there'd have to be somebody else mad, a Falling in Reverse fan or something.
The show is labeled May 23rd. The show is labeled right there in the title, but I don't think they know how to read besides the word Seether.
Yeah. And we had no other angry responses, just the Seether thing.
Yeah.
That's it. Out of 700 episodes.
Even PETA, who we made fun of at one point, reached out professionally and were like, hey.
Let's have a conversation or whatever. Like, people take things way too seriously sometimes. Like, we just do a dumb radio show. We just do a dumb show.
Well,
don't take it so seriously.
I'm a garbage interviewer for just asking Dale about talking to him in person like he's a human. I should have said, shut up about the fishing spots, Dale. Let's talk about unreleased material.
Well, I mean, I could have told you you're a garbage interviewer.
Oh, sure. I'm gonna do this new thing where I have a gun out and I start really interrogating them and be like, "Where's this at?
Where is the unreleased B-sides from 10 years ago?" Rest in peace and happy birthday to Ozzy, who would have been 77 today. Bummer, but we've got so many albums of great material. You could spend all day celebrating and listening to Ozzy, which ain't a bad idea. All right. What do we got in the news? Not a whole lot. It's very quiet today. Very quiet. Social media in general, pretty quiet today. Guess that's what happens when the election is finally over. Oh, just waiting to see what Life in Idaho Falls will fight about next. Maybe I could go post this story and see if people start yelling, 6 nuts to stop eating and 8 to choose instead. We're going to ruin nuts for people. You need to stop eating cashews. That's what this article says. Yeah, might be delicious, but particularly high in saturated fat compared to other nuts. Stop eating them. Don't eat roasted nuts. Don't eat salted or flavored nuts. All the nuts that are good. Don't eat too many nuts. Don't eat pistachios. Don't eat almonds. Jeez, what nuts are left? Pecans. Apparently that's what you need to be eating. And those are good. Oh, hazelnuts, pretty good as well. Brazil nuts, I'm not a huge fan. Peanuts, huh? But, just plain old, you can't have the ones with any salt or anything. Just a plain old, fresh out of the shell, boring peanut. Or chestnuts, which you can roast on an open fire. And walnuts, they're good. Mm-hmm. Can you tell I'm having a little bit of trouble finding content today? Mm-hmm. Talking about nuts you should and should not eat. Well, I've got a full hour of show left. I should be able to dig up something. I'm trying, but it's rough. It's rough out there today. After getting through, Peaches getting banned from r/Seether, maybe I need to go stir up some trouble online. We'll see what I could do before the next time I yap. Well, hello, Peaches.
Hello.
Let's just keep that on the DL.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
No.
Nothing to see here. Nah, see? At least I don't think so. Okay.
Oh.
Whew. Light news day today, Peaches.
I know.
Good luck on your program, the pit party this afternoon.
Sometimes I ramble and then I go, who's entertained by this?
I've done a lot of rambling this morning, so my apologies to our audience. Like I said, I've been looking through the news. We don't need to delve into the politics of the world. The mayoral race is over, so people are done fighting on life in Idaho Falls. Now they're just talking about the road conditions, which, by the way, it is slick in some areas. Saw some reports about black ice on I-15 in areas, so
yikes.
Just be cautious, give yourself extra time, getting to where you need to be. Yeah, I don't know. The only story that's popping up everywhere is the drunk raccoon. Did you see that story?
Yes. Yeah, I did see that one.
I'm sure that every radio show in the country is talking about it.
That's my spirit animal.
Peaches.
When was the last time you were wasted? Let us know.
When's the last time you passed out on a bathroom floor? When I talked about the story earlier, because it was the first thing I saw when I got here, I talked about being jealous that the raccoon was sleeping. And that I would be willing at this point to sleep on a bathroom floor if I could get a nap in.
Well, then the bathroom is wide open for you right here in the office.
See, maybe if it was the ladies' room. Guys. What? Well, now, keep the door locked, all right? And it would be just me. But guys, they just don't have good aim all the time. So I wouldn't want to lay on the guy's bathroom floor. It's guaranteed to be dirtier. All right?
Just like walking in there. Yeah.
All right.
Long range. It was so funny. The East Idaho news side of the building, sometimes they'll have signs up that says, hey, live recording in progress. Be careful of the door. And I'm just thinking, what if I went in that restroom and just started screaming my head off? What would they do?
And then just be like, I have stomach problems.
Yeah.
See, that's how light we are on content. We're talking about literally just the bathroom. Not even anything important about it. But, that raccoon, it looked very, very comfortable. He was all splayed out, I mean, how much booze do you think a raccoon could drink before it passes out?
I don't know.
I don't know either. They're small.
I don't care.
Did you see the other story about a raccoon who this guy picked up and he was trying to take it to an emergency vet, so he held it in his lap for about an hour and it clawed the crap out of him and was biting him and stuff?
I bet it did.
And it had rabies.
Ooh. Yeah.
So even if you see a passed out raccoon, just leave him be.
Which animal could hold the most alcohol? I'm going to go with the camel because it stores it in the humps.
Yeah, it's got to be a large animal, right? Do all animals get intoxicated by alcohol, or are some immune?
I'm not Google.
All right, let's find out. Does alcohol
affect some animals?
Intoxicate all animals? We're going to learn something new. I mean, here's an article, Do Animals Get Drunk? Which we know. I mean, we saw the raccoon. So obviously. Oh, there's a Wikipedia page about recreational drug use in animals.
Fantastic.
All right, so let's see. Birds. Looks like cedar waxwings have been observed flying while intoxicated by alcohol, resulting in crashes that lead to their deaths.
No kidding.
Don't fly drunk, birds. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah, the birds are tuned in right now listening to you.
Hey, birds love me, dude. Just like all animals. Call me...
Cue the video of you with the snake.
Dr. Viktor Wilt.
Dr. Doolittle. Dr. Doolittle.
Looks like...
dumb little.
Chimpanzees, they'll get hammered eating overripe fruit.
Imagine that. You just get wasted off an orange.
Elephants will seek out the fermented fruit of the marula tree. And
that'd be terrifying. A drunk elephant stumbling.
Yeah, and it says they, they get all hammered and then they experience increased aggression. So they're like the one guy at the bar that you're like, ugh, can you kick them out already? They're a mean drunk. Bees, yeah, bees prefer nectar containing caffeine and nicotine. Just addicted to those tobacco plants. Now, cats have their own drug, catnip. It's hilarious. It's so weird. It gets them completely hammered. And depending on the cat, you could see aggressive behavior. Jess, one of the two additions to the Viktor Wilt family zoo, Jess is Becca's cat, 15 years old, tiny, like, she will get all loaded up on catnip and then just start messing with Koopa, who's like 3 times her size, and for whatever reason, he's scared of her. Probably because she's all loaded on catnip. Got those crazy eyes. Did you see Jess when you were at my house the other day?
You lifted her up to my face and said, "This is our crazy cat."
Oh, okay. She is. And she even has the crazy eyes. She looks like a gremlin.
What you got to do is you got to get one of those like 20-pound cats that's just mean to everybody. Bring in a bully.
Just bring in a bully cat?
Yeah, bring in a bully cat. It's going to take care of Jess.
Hit up the Snake River Animal Shelter. Where's your meanest cat?
We had to keep Sam separated. He was a 20-pound fatso, and he hated other cats but loved people.
See, my mom had a cat, or we had one growing up named Marty, and he was about 20 pounds. He was fat.
Yeah.
And he didn't like anyone, people or animals.
We kept Sam at my parents' business just because he could not do well around Toby and Bandit. And Bandit would ride the comforter down the stairs and steal money. That's why I got named Bandit.
He'd steal money.
My dad thought it was my grandpa, my mom's dad, stealing money out of the jars. My dad's blaming my grandpa who lived with them at the time. And sure enough, he finds the cat burying $100 bills like within the couch.
That's pretty funny. Cats are weird, man. All animals are weird.
My favorite story is when my mom's cat got really mad. The whole family went on vacation, so he pooped right in the exact middle of the bed.
Right in the
exact middle. It couldn't have been more middle than what he chose. He calculated it with his paws and everything, just right there, right in the middle.
Dude, they can be vindictive, and yeah, I've been dealing with 4 cats trying to acclimate to each other. So that's why I was, shampooing carpets for hours last night, because they like to mark their territory. So just pee everywhere. Like, ugh!
What, you don't?
Only in the cat box.
Oh.
I'm a good boy. Peaches bringing the content. What you got?
I went onto Facebook, and it's so full of fake news. Some article was posted, not even an article, just like a little blip on your news feed. Mm-hmm. It said, Variety has said, or has awarded Whoopi Goldberg the most hated celebrity, voted by all the other celebrities in a secret vote. Oh. And so I'm like, that can't be real.
No.
And so I went onto Google, and of course, yeah, it's Variety did a fictitious article about Whoopi Goldberg in the past, saying she's won the award most hated celebrity for multiple years. But
so
someone just
like
regurgitated that.
Gag?
Yeah, someone just pretended that was real because she's a hardcore leftist, and that would drive some people in the comments. They should get her off television.
Need to cancel that show, The View.
Well, they should. Because
bunch of crap.
But anyway,
I haven't really watched it, but. Yeah, it's a bad news day. Even East Idaho News, like I told you a few minutes ago, posted about the drunk raccoon. There's nothing going on. Just drunk raccoon day, everybody. It's a new holiday. December 3rd, drunk raccoon day. Scrolling my feed, even, Facebook, there's just nothing, all the news organizations reposting stuff about the election. Other than that, fake movie posters popping up. There's always tons of those nowadays, like movies that are not really being made. Social media really sucks, dude.
AI has made it a whole lot worse.
Oh man,
I think people's what's it called? Like their rage has increased big time since COVID. And now with AI in the mix, you just have a mixture of everything that's awful.
Well, and I talked about AI yesterday because people will, post information they find on like Google AI or Grok, and they're like, here's the facts. And AI just scrapes the entire internet for everything. So you're getting a lot of different people's opinions, and, it'll just pull information from like Facebook groups and things like that. And it doesn't mean that's reality. That's just the information it can find. AI is not at the point yet where on a lot of subjects it can just break it down. And people don't believe anything anyway. There's people who believe the earth is flat. Like they really do. Even though we've been to space.
There's people that believe Seether's a fantastic band and they're moderating their subreddit.
And that, you should just ask, one question after another in an interview rather than having to chat with somebody.
I still can't believe that. There's people out there that legit take that band seriously like that and will watch everything and anything that band's involved with.
I remembered now what came to mind when you were talking about interviews earlier, because I got in a little bit of a Facebook argument with somebody because they posted a clip, a gotcha style clip during the mayoral election of Neil Larson talking to Lisa Burtonshaw. And, so it's like a 2-minute clip from who knows how long of an interview. And, look, got her with this little thing. And
shut her down with facts and logic. Am I right?
Yeah. And she's like, whoever made the post was like, yeah, Neil's such a good interviewer. And I'm like, it's not hard to interview people. And she's
apparently
like,
it is for me.
Unless you're Peaches interviewing Seether.
Must start doing Eric Andre style interviews.
Now that would be a hard way to interview.
Just
keeping a straight face.
Yeah. Full on. Pull my pants down and fart or something.
I recently rewatched the Borat movies. Now that would be a hard way to interview. But it's not hard to interview people. It's really easy. You just talk to them. The end. If you
That's all that it was. Dale brought up the fact that he was fishing in East Idaho. I'm like, that's cool. Let's talk some more about that.
Exactly. That's something that can connect with our audience. We have a lot of people around here who fish.
Not like, Dale, I'm going to slap you with the fish if you don't tell me when that deluxe edition's not coming out.
Diamond from Tetrarch. You wouldn't think so, but she's huge into fishing. So that made for really interesting conversation. Talking with her about fishing spots. And I don't fish, so, it was a weird conversation because I'm like, I don't know where to go.
Man, Diamond's cool.
Diamond is pretty cool. It was nice to see that Tetrarch popped up on Consequence's list of the best metal albums of the year. Man, what a hipster list that was. Deaf Heaven at number 1. Maybe I need to listen to it. Maybe I need to listen to the full Deaf Heaven album.
I tried listening to Deaf Heaven, and I got to tell you, it's not my thing.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
That black metal style vocals with the modern overproduced sound, I don't know.
Their top albums, Turnstile's Never Enough.
Which Turnstile is now getting hated big time by their longtime fans because they changed their sound completely from hardcore to this indie pop.
Yeah, which... Dude, okay, as someone who writes music, I don't know how bands like AC/DC do it. I would be so bored. You got to mix it up. I get why Turnstile changed their sound.
Well, I know Angus has fun because he has a bunch of different riffs, but poor Phil Rudd in the back.
Oh, yeah. Got to be the most boring band of all time to be the drummer in. No offense, JD. Come on, you play the guitar parts.
Well, speaking of that, I was laughing. I saw this article get. I was looking up the most annoying video game characters.
Okay.
And Lars Ulrich from Guitar Hero Metallica was on there, and I could tell it was a whole parody article, but it just made me laugh. It just popped up. His fills are non-existent, and all this stuff.
Yeah, they got Deftones' new album at number 3, and the new Deftones songs did grow on me a lot, but I haven't listened to the whole album, so I don't know. Spirit Box at number 4, which it had some good songs.
I thought their album was underappreciated.
Yeah, and then there's stuff that I've just never heard of, and it makes me feel like I don't really know metal very well. Like here's La Dispute, No One Was Driving the Car. That is number 5 on their list. You've got Horror, number 6 with Tomorrow We Escape, Ghost at number 7, and then Hailstorm at number 8, which I found to be surprising. that they would put that high on this hipster
They kind of had
list.
the shine down effect on their latest album with like these empowering songs that no one really wants.
Yeah, I wasn't really blown away by the newer Hailstorm. Here's a band I haven't heard of, The Armed. Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know that Spotify Wrapped that just came out today?
Yeah.
It gives you your listening age. I got 19 because I'm always trying to find new metal is what it said.
Mine was 25.
Oh.
But you saw mine. I never post mine because it's all out of whack because I don't really use it to listen to music, or I'm using it to like code music. So it was like your number one genre, red dirt, because I've been working on the outlaw station for months. The top artists, they're all outlaw country.
Maddie got freak indie.
Freak indie. She seems like she'd get freak indie.
We had to look up what that means because freak
What's
indie.
that, like Joji?
Yeah.
Okay.
Starbucks pop or Starbucks tracks.
Okay.
That's what I call it.
Okay. Gotcha.
The Birkenstock wearers.
Yeah, the only thing accurate on it was podcast. It said last podcast was my number one, which I think it's got to be. That's what I was listening to last night while I'm shampooing floors. So, Dream Theater at number 10. Dream Theater, I'm a prog guy, but I cannot get into Dream Theater. It's the vocals, man. It ruins it for me. I like the musicianship, but the vocals in Dream Theater, I just can't get it.
Well, James was my first ever horrible interview. James Labrie of Dream Theater, and I should have recorded the whole thing of him trying to say Idaho's only rock station because he was like the old man with the buttery flaky crust.
Oh yeah,
he couldn't do it.
Just couldn't do it.
So I'm sitting there, Idaho's only station. Wait, no, K-Bear, Idaho's what?
Well, I wanted to call us Idaho's only radio station, but the bosses don't get the joke.
Well, I may or may not have put in the VO sheets for last month the one, the only K-Bear 101.
I like that. You need to get the line Idaho's only radio station.
I can sneak it in there.
Yeah,
I just don't give the pages to Jade to proofread. I just send it right to Brian.
Jade would approve it because it's funny. Because when we call ourselves Idaho's only rock station, sometimes people go, "Hey, but I've heard other rock stations." And it's like,
well, there was the one
guys,
lady.
It's supposed to be funny.
Like I thought there was legitimately not that many stupid people out there, but then this one lady messaged us a few years back, and it was like, I don't get it. You guys say you're Idaho's only rock station. The Edge and Twin exists.
I know. There's the X in Boise. And it's like, guys, it's a goof. Radio doesn't have to be serious. It's a positioning statement. It doesn't have to be serious.
No. Big J and Nick know exactly what we're doing, and they're laughing.
Oh, yeah. They're probably jealous they didn't come up with it first.
I'm sure Brock has a sense of humor, too. And
Brock does have a sense of humor. I've never had any radio guy get mad at me for that. Just every once in a while, a listener will be like, haven't you heard Shaggy before? I'm like,
unfortunately.
We have.
Yeah. You want to talk about like the human version of the annoyance of the Seether subreddit?
Just playing Shaggy. We love you,
Shaggy's
Shaggy.
one of the nicest people ever.
He's super nice. That's why it's hard to pick on him, even though it's fun. Hey! All right. Jade Davis really wanted to hear that 3 Days Grace. You're welcome, dude.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I knew you wanted to party. So, 3 Days Grace it is, and now we're going to go country.
Oh, yay.
Thanks to a song recommendation from the GM. Well, I showed you that one song yesterday when I finally had an upbeat and fun outlaw song.
That one was entertaining.
Yeah, if you got a guy getting his arm ripped off by an alligator.
What was the Amos or something?
Amos Andy or something like that.
Poor Amos.
Or Amos Moses.
Or something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a hard life.
He did have a rough life. He was a big dude, and he'd fight gators, got his arm ripped off.
The guy talking about him was just giggling.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that was a fun song. So there's apparently one about a guy who I guess is going through a rough divorce. It's called Going Through the Big D by Mark Chestnut.
And he doesn't mean Dallas.
All right, Mark Chestnut. Here we go. I got to check this out. I've heard too many of these songs over the years.
Oh, yeah. a bad idea right off the start.
Better than one diamond ring, and it was done. Bought her a house like I said I would in a subdivided neighborhood. The views got short and the nights got long. It was over, long gone before I knew where I was headed to.
Here we go.
I'm going through the big D and don't mean Dallas. I can't believe what the judge had to tell us. I got the Jeep and she got the palace. I'm going through the big D and don't mean Dallas.
Yeah, see? If only all the songs I had to listen to were upbeat like that. There's some sad cowboys out there, man. I'll tell you what.
There is.
Rough life. I'm on the road. I'm a sinner. So, don't come in here yawning, dude. I already talked to you about the fact that I'm tired. I don't need to hear this crap, all right?
Watch network training videos.
Oh,
Ugh, that's tough.
is it as tough as listening to hours and hours of rough living?
This is rough living. I don't know. What's worse, sad cowboy talk or network nerd talk?
Ooh. I think I'm going to go with the network talk because at least, you know, if they're a real sad cowboy, they got some good stories sometimes. Like,
Well, these
you know,
got good stories too about protocols and other things.
Okay, I'll stick with the sad cowboys. And every once in a while, you get, you know, a fun one. Guy gets his arm ripped off by a gator, or
Or going through the big D.
going through the big D in a dome in Dallas. Country music's so weird. I wonder who the original guy was like, well, I talk like this. I wonder what it would be like if I just sing like
I
this.
sing like this all through the nose and stuff.
Well, and then you got the guys that talk normal now, but then they sing that way. You know, and it's just a style.
They do the low one through the face. Or they do this one up in here.
Yeah, some of them are pretty high up here. And that's right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Give themselves a fake sounding cowboy name. Like
Do the weather.
do the weather.
I think we got some snow outside.
It's a little slick conditions out there, so you know. Just,
Good thing I got my parka.
if you wear a parka when it's cold,
Never needed a parka down in the big D.
not down in the big D. And I'm talking Dallas. Well, Jade, it's time for me to put an end to this show.
Good.
All right, we've had it. It's over.
Take it out to pasture.
That's right. We're going to take it out like old Yeller. What we're going to do with this program right here. Okay, well, Peaches and I will be back at noon, people. I hope you have a good morning. Drive safe. Don't be a moron. There's idiots out there. Wonder how many slide-offs we had today. I look forward to talking with Crane on Friday. First snowfall of the year, even if it's an inch.
It's always a bunch.
It's just chaos, and it was all foggy this morning. Probably a disaster out there. So be careful, people. All right, and put on a parka to stay
You better
warm.
stay warm.
It's cold,
Getting cold out there.
freezing. Thank you again for tuning in to the Viktor Wilt Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.